This week on No Limits Fishing.
Welcome to the 2014 Yellowfin Yamaha Jollymon King Classic. Here in my hand, this is the prize, the Holy Grail, the championship ring that will be awarded to the first place finisher in this year's Jollymon King Classic. I'd like to welcome you to the second annual Rock the Dock Kids Only Dock Fishing Tournament, a part of the Jollymon King Classic Festival. If you look down here on the dock, you'll see our first heat is underway. We have this time 18 children, 12 years and under, signed up. They are fishing for pinfish, crabs, and flounder. And the largest of each of those species will win prizes. All participants will receive some token of thanks and for their participation, but it's a really good time, a good family event. It sort of helps to kick off the Jollymon, and a really good time for everybody.
Good job. All right, grab your pinfish out of there. You got to do a release.
No Limits Fishing is brought to you by... There's no better place than the one you call home. It's where memories are made and futures are planned. Doesn't your home deserve the right protection? Stop by or call Allstate agent Rusty Russ at 910-754-6596 to talk about home insurance today and let the good life in.
Yeti coolers are built to take the rugged abuse that comes with the way we work and play. These grizzly-proof ice chests are virtually indestructible. With thicker walls, more than twice the insulation, they outperform the competition. And keeping things cold is what Yeti Cooler is all about. Yeti Coolers. Wildly stronger, keep ice longer. Marine Service Center of Little River, offering sales and service for Yamaha, Contender, Pathfinder, Hughes, Maverick, Carolina Skiff, and other top-of-the-line brands. Visit us online or off Highway 9 outside of Little River.
Fulford Heating and AC is a third-generation family-owned company going on our 40th year servicing Brunswick County. We have been voted Brunswick County's best HVAC company 5 years running and tops in customer service. Fulford Heating and AC has been selling warmer winters and cool summers since 1974. Now, back to more No Limits Fishing.
Alright, welcome to the 2014 Yellowfin Yamaha Jollymon King Classic. Here in my hand, this is the prize, the Holy Grail, a championship ring that will be awarded to the first place finisher in this year's Jollymon King Classic. We started the festivities on Thursday with the Rock the Dock Kids Only Dock Fishing Tournament, in which we awarded prizes for the largest pinfish, the largest crab, and the largest flounder. Really good time. Kids caught plenty of fish. Everybody gets their trophy and their plaque, and it's a really good family-oriented event. Then actually today, which is Friday, the captain's meeting day, which is going on behind me for the Jollymon, we actually had the Jollymon Junior Tournament, which is just another kids tournament, but this one is actually where they're going offshore and fishing with adults. Typically, a lot of the participants in the actual Jollymon will pre-fish or go around and look for bait or try to find king mackerel for the big tournament. So we encourage them to take their young anglers with them. And today the winning king mackerel in the Jollymon Junior today was 28 pounds. We also had mahi brought in, cobia, and Spanish mackerel, which are all categories in that tournament. So we actually had 30 boats to participate and over 50 junior or less than 16-year-old kids to fish in the junior Jollymon. And then, as I mentioned, going on right here behind me, this is what it's all about. This is the captain's meeting to the 2014 Jollymon King Classic. We've got great food, we have live music, we got moms, we got dads, we got daughters, we got brothers and sisters and sons and grandmas and grandpas. This is truly a family-oriented event. Everybody's here enjoying a great time, but make no mistake, the ring is what they're after. The first place prize that will be determined this weekend as they fish the 2014 Yellowfin Yamaha Jollymon King Classic. Okay, this is Team Jollymon right here. Team IFC/Team Jollymon. We got First Mate Braden, we got First Mate Caroline, and First Mate Caitlin here aboard for our mission. Mission is not so much if we win. I mean, that would be the icing on the cake, right guys? But we want to try to catch a king mackerel. When you're in a fishing tournament, you're in a king mackerel tournament, you want to try to catch a king mackerel on the way in. So, especially for the young ones here, love to see them go to the scales, their smiling faces. For them, it doesn't matter whether the fish is 40 pounds or 10 pounds, just the opportunity to go to the scale. So we picked up some bait, we had pinned overnight. The weather has gone terrible. That is a fact here. We were supposed to have the Jollymon last weekend, the weekend of June 20th, and the weather forecast was terrible. About Wednesday, Thursday, the forecast was terrible. So as the tournament director, I decided to postpone the event to the following weekend, which here we are. This weekend, the forecast was perfect. Wednesday, Thursday, registration was great. We have 230 boats in the tournament, and Friday night, no joke, literally, a tropical storm has begun forming right here off of our coast. So the guys that fished in the tournament on Saturday, the seas weren't too bad, but they were plagued with thunderstorms, which did have a lot of wind and of course lightning, which is no good. And we are choosing to fish the second day on Sunday, and well, the storm is developing a little bit and the rain is offshore. Look, there's Grandpa Rube, we're waving to him up there on the porch. So Grandpa Rube's on he's going to help run the fishing tournament today from the Ocean Isle Fishing Center. But anyway, the storm has moved a little offshore. So a lot of the rain is pushed out, but with now the wind is building in. So we're going to be looking at some rough seas. And we got a little bit of a late start this morning just because I like to see the daylight when it's a little rough. But one thing that we teach, right guys, Braden, Caroline, Caitlin, is that we don't give up, right? We don't give up even when the conditions are tough. We don't quit. You always got to try. And we're going to go out there, we're going to try as hard as we can. If we get lucky, we'll catch one. And if we don't, we'll congratulate everybody else that did catch one, right? How about a high five, Caroline? How about a high five, Caitlin? How about a high five, Braden? All right, let's go see if we can do this thing. All right, Team OIFC on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team OIFC! Go! Well, a little windy out here. As you can see, Mother Nature has blessed us with a terrible windy day. We got a tropical storm. I think we're on letter A, Alvis or something. We're in the Jollymon. I got KK, Caitlin, and my 2 kids, Caroline and Braden. We're out here. We're going to give everything we got here. What we're doing though in the conditions, I'm yelling. I don't know whether you can hear me or not with the wind, but with the conditions like this, I'm not going to try to fight it by trolling. We're just going to drift. So I've moved way up ahead of where we're going. I'm turning back sideways in the seat. I'm just going to set mates and drift. We'll see what happens. I got a pink skirt and I got a green skirt. Which one is the lucky color? Where do you want?
Green.
You want green? Alright, I'm using a blue fish now. This is a little bit of a small one. They are a good bait to use. Usually blue fish are hooked here on top of the head. Exactly. And I'll take this second hook. There, right down there. Pretty little bait. Maybe something funny. If you want to win, you got to fish to win. That means you got to use bait to catch a big fish. You got to have that mentality. Spanish mackerel is the best bait for big fish. You can put it out there. I'll likely put this out there and I won't change it all day. When it gets bit, it's generally the right one. Pretty little fish. Yeah, even though he's dead, the good news is when it's rough, it gives your dead baits lots of action. So, fish to win, baby. Fish to win. That's how we do it. Alright, we got a bite. This is a downrigger bite. Caroline's working on him. Don't know what it is. Might be a shark. It might be king. Never know. But we went fishing. We got a bite. We're in the Jollymon. By golly. We're Jollymoning. Alright, so we gotta throw him with the wind, right? Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Flying shark.
No Limits Fishing is brought to you by... There's no better place than the one you call home. It's where memories are made and futures are planned. Doesn't your home deserve the right protection? Stop by or call Allstate agent Rusty Russ at 910-754-6596 to talk about home insurance today and let the good life in. As a business owner, it's important for you to understand what you're making and what you're spending. At First Bank, we believe education is key to any financial endeavor, and we pride ourselves in collaborating with businesses. Visit localfirstbank.com or stop by a branch for a free business banking review. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Marine Service Center of Little River, offering sales and service for Yamaha, Contender, Pathfinder, Hughes, Maverick, Carolina Skiff, and other top-of-the-line brands. Visit us online or off Highway 9 outside of Little River.
Fulford Heating and AC is a third-generation family-owned company going on our 40th year servicing Brunswick County. We have been voted Brunswick County's best HVAC company 5 years running and tops in customer service. Fulford Heating and AC has been selling warmer winters and cool summers since 1974. Now, back to more No Limits Fishing.
Alright, it's been a long day. We have been working hard. One thing we haven't done is given up. We're at our third spot. It's probably going to be the last spot. We got to get in early. We actually have to help direct the tournament. We've got my wife Amy and Uncle Barrett are actually helping to keep the tournament Jollymon intact today. So that me and Caroline and Braden and KK fishing the Jollymon. We got a nice mahi on here actually. We had our live bait and then swam right up through the entire spread jumping. We didn't know which line he was on. But we want to catch this one because this is a pretty good one. It might actually win some money in the Jollymon tournament. So be a little closer. Pretty fish. Look at that, guys. Great job. Alright, Caroline, put the wrong. Alright, as we were getting that dolphin in, we always leave lines in the water because you never know when you're going to get another bite, and you definitely can't catch another fish if you don't have your lines in. So, we'll in a couple that we're going to get the bait. Got a bite on top of it, another mystery bite. One of these days, we're going to catch a big one. Maybe one of these days. Maybe. This concludes Team OAFC's effort in the 2014 Jollymon. We tried really hard. We didn't win, but we caught some good fish. And maybe we'll place in one of the side species, cobia or mahi maybe. We had a really good time, and for me personally, it's all about taking my kids out and them having a really good time on the water. They enjoyed it. They don't know the difference whether we win or not. For them, it's about the experience. So, really happy to have been a part of that. And let's take them to weigh-in now. Here we are. Okay, boat number 127, cobia going on the scale, lady angler and junior angler. Wow. 19.70 on the cobia. We have a mahi. 10.85. 10.85. Good job, guys. Man, that was an awesome show. Looks like the Jolly-Mon was a major success again this year. I didn't fish it this year for probably the first time in I don't know how long, maybe 20 years. But man, it looked awesome. Tell me about it. What did I miss? Yeah, well, we had a good time. We had 229 boats to register and fish in the tournament. That was the main tournament, which was Saturday and Sunday, which was, you saw myself and Caroline Braden and Caitlin fishing. But prior to the Jolly-Mon, we had the kids, the Rock the Dock fishing tournament, which is kids, I think it's a 12 and under dock fishing tournament. And flounder and pinfish and crabs were all on the docket there, and that was a good time. It was just hot.
That's called the Ocean Off Fishing Center Dock Slam, by the way.
The Dock Slam.
Yeah, that's right.
The flounder, pinfish, and crab.
And maybe we should add stingray for the Grand Slam.
Yeah, we're going to have to add a category because that's actually our feature catch when the kids will be fishing there with their little shrimp or their mud minnows and catching a pinfish here and there, and then all of a sudden somebody's line will just take off like they got a blue marlin on. And I mean literally these stingrays, which live around the docks here, some of them are a couple 100 pounds, and it provides a lot of excitement. But the kids tournament was great. We had 30 kids sign up for that. They all win something.
And then you also had the next day, I guess, was the junior Jolly-Mon.
That's right, yep. The juniors is just sort of a prequel to the main tournament, and the theory behind that is that a lot of people that are fishing the main tournament will pre-fish the day, or at least go look for bait the day before the tournament. So we put a little incentive to take the kids fishing with them. So we have prizes for king mackerel, Spanish mackerel, mahi, and cobia. So if they're out there checking spots, looking bait or whatever, you bring the kids along with you. And, you know, they do good and have a good time and get to be a part of it.
Exactly. And I know the weather forecast all week was perfect. And then right when we got to the weekend, I think that was the very first that we started to hear from Tropical Storm Arthur. Right. And it was not terrible, but it definitely could have been better offshore. It got a little bit rough. And you guys fished offshore, I guess Sunday it was, right. The second day of the tournament. It looked a little sporty out there.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was kind of one of those things where it was you were building up for it to be a little too good to be true, and the weather forecast, well, of course, we postponed the tournament, you know, one whole week because the forecast the week before had been bad, and we were trying to cater to families and kids, just trying to be sure that everybody that looks forward to the tournament every year could fish it. And, you know, if it gets a little rough, the kids and the women, they, you know, especially the kids, they don't really, you know, try to give them a good experience when they're younger. And so we moved it back. It was just too pretty. The weather forecast starting Monday right on through was flat, calm. And they did in the junior Jollymon, where the kids, it was a beautiful day. They caught big fish. The weather was perfect, ocean was perfect. But literally, the night that everybody was signing up, and we had great participation. But I'll be honest, if they'd have known what was happening with the weather, it probably wouldn't have been quite as good. But literally that night of the captain's meeting, Tropical Storm Arthur formed right off the coast. Fished it Saturday, everybody fished in thunderstorms, especially in the mid to late afternoon. And then Sunday, which is the day that we fished with the kids on a Team OFC boat, you know, the wind, you get that east wind with the storms. And we dealt with it. We caught fish. You know, it was a good time, and we made it through it. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you know, conditions weren't perfect, but fishing overall, the leaderboard honestly looked about like it's supposed to look.
Right.
There was a decent number of fish caught. 36-pounder won the tournament. The fish, it seemed like for the most part, were in that 60-foot range, again, which is what you want.
Right.
It's, you know, it's kind of one of those things where when those fish come into that range, we know the spots where they're going to be,
right.
And so that makes the fishing even better. And so really, I mean, you know, like I say, conditions could have been better, but all in all, it was a good event. Kids came, they got to do the pogie bobbing, the rock the dock, the junior Jollymon, everybody. It was a festival type atmosphere, and you know, another one in the books.
It is. The team, just a little info on the guys that won the winning fish, the par 5 team. They caught their fish at the Jungle. And everybody worked so hard to be so refined and live bait and all the technique. Caught it on a dead cigar minnow at the Jungle. And, you know, anybody can do that. That's not rocket science. Second place fish was caught at the Shark Hole. And the third place fish was called the Shark Hole. You know, those two, the Jungle and the Shark Hole, are traditionally the spots to go, you know, and it's consistent. So, you know, the fish were accessible to pretty much everybody. You just had to get your number called.
That's right. Perfect example, we say, with this tournament more than anyone, anybody can win this tournament, any size boat.
Right.
It doesn't take, you know, big go-fast boats. These fish are nearby. You don't have to be too fancy. Just throw bait in the water and hope it's your turn. But,
That's right. That's right.
Anyways, we are right here in the middle of tournament season. Jollymon kicked it off. There's tournaments going on, you know, every week now.
Right.
King mackerel fishing is actually pretty good. The fish are scattered from the beach out to 100 foot of water or even beyond.
Right.
And I guess you know, for the next couple months, we should be looking for the same deal.
Yeah, we should. We've got the Gatamon King Classic out of Carolina Beach, the new Share King Mackerel tournaments out of Wrightsville Beach. And then there'll be a couple actually up toward Morehead City in August, and then September they come back down here this way. The Fall Brawls in October. We can look for the fish to move on out to a little bit deeper, 80 to 100 feet over the hot months, and then come right back into September.
All right, well, good deal. Well, we're looking forward to getting it going again. Team OIFC is back on the scene, and we're going to try to get out there and make it happen.
Let's go do it.
Where does he work?
AMC Wireless.